everyone, and today I will be revealing which horse I bought from my Trying Horses vlog, which was really fun to make and a really nice experience, and I'm excited, and I have a little surprise for you guys at the end. Not so very little, but oh well. Anyways, so yeah, I'm basically just gonna go all over all of the horses that I tried, and yeah. The first horse that I did try was Blue, and he was so sweet, so kind and gentle, and overall just had really nice ground manners. However, he was a bit younger than I was looking for. Well, not too young, but he just didn't really have a ton of training under saddle and was pretty new to it. He also hasn't done almost like any jumping, so he definitely was nice, but not exactly what I was looking for. So another one which you guys really seemed to like was Tulip. We had a bit of a shaky ride once again. She had pretty nice ground manners, and we didn't do a ton of like jumping as much as I would have liked the first day, but I was actually able to jump her a second time off camera, and we jumped a lot higher, and she was actually pretty good, but we did have that fall on the first day, which definitely had a setback, and she just was on my mind, but not fully what I was looking for. And Disco was definitely an option. He was so fun to ride, and obviously I've ridden him many of times before that because he's my friend's horse, and I just felt like I was connected enough, and I felt like I was able to gain enough like information about him because of all the information I already knew about him. And he was so fun, so powerful, except he's just super strong and not exactly what I was looking for, and I just felt like I didn't feel a connection at all. I felt like I was fighting him the whole time. The other horse was Pocahontas, and she was super tall, and I usually don't get along with tall horses, but she was so sweet and definitely did have a mare attitude. She was a bit stiff at first, but definitely opened up, and because she hasn't shown since her accident and now that she's at a new barn, so yeah, but she was flying over. There was a refusal, but that was entirely my fault, and she was just so nice and forward. There would be lots to work on at home, but she was pretty much what I was looking for, and I really enjoyed my time on her, so she was definitely on my mind. I think it was pretty obvious that I was gonna get Pocahontas. She was just perfect, and I loved riding her, and she's so beautiful. She's settled in really nicely. She's been here for about 3 weeks now, and yeah, I'm excited to see what the future will bring us, and so I'm just gonna tack up and ride her today. She does pretty good with grooming and tacking up, so today I'm going to be jumping her, and I do plan in about a month and a half I will bring her to a show because she's already learned so much here, and it'll be interesting because it's her first show since the accident, which if you're a bit more curious about, you can hear a little bit more on the Trying Horses video where I explain a little bit. I might make a different separate video about her accident because it was quite all over at the time when it happened. So she is a really nice mover. She can still be a bit stiff, but it's usually just in the warm-up, but she gets kind of wonky, and she has a really nice forward walk, and she's just gotten a lot more comfortable in her new environment, which is always very important when it comes to a new horse. And I'm excited to see her big extended trot because of how nice her trot is. It's so comfortable. And honestly, one of the main problems is once we've trotted and then walked, she thinks that it's time to start cantering, so I usually have to kind of fight her a bit. And you can see here, it's a nice sitting trot, but then the second I get back on the rail, she thinks it's cantering time, and so she kind of goes into a cross canter, and it's really difficult to get her back, but I think after a little bit more training on that, she'll be good. She just gets quite excited, but then it makes her a bit more tense, so I just kind of let her loosen and stretch out before we ask for canner again, and then she's usually pretty good with it. She still does have her moments where she has a pretty good jump, but then she wasn't too fond of this jump, but once she looks at it, she's perfectly fine and will fly over it. This combination is always really fun for her, and she tends to do an excited buck, especially on the bigger ones. She just finds it very exciting, and her ears are forward the entire time. A nice cool down, and we're headed back to the barn. So this is the little surprise, not so little, but you know, oh well. So I did end up buying the Appaloosa mare that was very lame when I tried her out and almost immediately got off. I will discuss a bit more, but basically she has very sore legs, so I'm going to be taking her back into the stable and cold hose her legs and wrap them back up, and then we should end the vlog there. So she currently doesn't have a name, but she's so old, so sweet, and I think she'd do really nice as a trail horse once she's kind of back up into shape and safe, and maybe even lessons. She needs some chiropractic work, and she has plenty of vet checks, and the vet will be out soon, and she's just overall so sweet, and I'm glad I'm able to give her a new life. She will not be a personal horse, but I just couldn't let her stay there. So that is the end of today's video. A bit shorter, and the next video will be short, but then it's going to be a bigger video after that. So yeah, I just thought I would kind of introduce you guys to Pocahontas and then the mystery horse, which I do need name suggestions, so please leave some down below. So yeah, that wraps up today's video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!